Okay, let's get this show on the road once again. Welcome everybody to the vidIQ channel live stream reviews on a Tuesday. If you are joining this live stream, do say hello. If you're watching this live stream on a replay, you probably want to jump maybe to around about 6-7 minutes into this live stream replay, where you'll start to see all the channel reviews, and you may even want to run this video at maybe 1.5 speed, double speed, to get through all of the fantastic content that you're about to see. So for everybody who's in this live stream right now, here are the general housekeeping rules. We are just going to review whatever channels we see fit via myself and the moderators who are scouring the chat right now to make sure that when you're posting, I've done the right pointing here, when you are posting in the live stream, whether it's you're asking fantastic questions, or you've been a regular contributor from previous live streams, or you're contributing fantastic stuff, whether it be what you know about YouTube or you're trying to find out about YouTube, we want the most active, engaging content providers so that I can provide you with some positive, constructive feedback. And just to note, moderators, I have already lined up the first channel, so as I'm reviewing that one, make sure you're checking out the chat for who to review next. Couple of general rules here, in that we don't do channel reviews based on super chats. It is very gracious if you do decide to provide a financial donation to the channel, but that's not how we look at channels, because we don't want to create a financial barrier to people who are wanting to get advice. And I simply can't keep an eye on the chat when I'm doing channel reviews, so that's another reason why we don't look at super chats to do channel reviews just yet. Also, if your content is inappropriate, whether it has profanity, foul language, or some suspect visuals in it, YouTube may allow that content, but unfortunately, considering that I have no idea who's in these live streams watching this content, then I don't want to don't want that content in a channel review. Channel reviews seem to last about 10 to 15 minutes at this stage, and we'll just try and review as many as we can. We do at least 1 hour of live stream channel reviews, and then we'll see where we're heading from there. And this is essentially what we're looking at, and what you should be looking at if you don't have the chance to get your channel reviewed in this live stream. You should look at these general bullet points when auditing your own channel, and of course looking at channels as we go through them here on the live stream. I am looking at why should I be watching this channel, so who is it for, and why should they care? If I, as a visitor to your channel, can't work that out in the first 5 minutes, how do you expect your audience to understand what your channel's about? Very important for grabbing an audience and turning that audience into a core fan base, subscribers, and so on. We'll look at the channel health. Are you posting videos on a regular basis? Do you have branding so we can identify your content? And how often are you posting videos? That's obviously one crucial aspect. We're also looking at channel layout, thumbnails, content. Are you grabbing your audience, enticing them with good titles and thumbnails that make them want to click onto the video? And then once they're in the video, what's the sort of metadata like? Is it good titles? Are you using good tags? Is the description thorough, at least in the first paragraph, which is what YouTube may search index and what YouTube shows to viewers when they're browsing through content? And then obviously, once you have the audience within your content, how is your audience engagement? Are you posing good questions? Are they responding in the comments? Are you responding back to them? That's all a very important stuff. And of course, other points of interest. There's always something interesting that comes up when I'm looking at these channel reviews. So that's the extra bullet point there to make sure that we cover anything of interest. So those are the general rules. We've done this in 4 minutes, which is probably a record for vidIQ here on the channel review live streams. So we'll just wait until we hit 5 minutes to make sure that anybody who's jumping forward in the replay hits us right at the sweet spot. And this is the first channel we are going to look at, all lined up, ready to go. We're about 15 seconds away from switching to that screen. And as I say, really do post constructive, positive feedback and questions and try and answer other people's questions in a live chat. It all adds to the experience. And of course, if you are watching this live, really do appreciate if you share this video right now to anybody else who might find this content interesting, and also give it a like if you really do enjoy the video. Right, let's start having a look at some channels to review. The first one we are going to look at, all lined up, is who I saw in the chat as we were waiting to join here, was Plain Apple 287. I've noticed this poster contributing on a regular basis to the live stream, and so this is why he's been one of the pre-selected channels. Let's start with how we're going to decipher what's going on here. The first things that we can probably detect when we look at a channel such as this is it has an Apple theme to it. We can see the Apple logo here. We can see what I think is an Apple backdrop on the banner. And if we go to the About page, it does tell us that you are a typical Apple fanboy, which is perfectly fine. If that's what you're passionate about, then cover the topic that you are truly passionate about. However, this is where things start to get quite interesting from a channel audit perspective. If we go back to the channel trailer, and fantastic that you do have a channel trailer, and also the videos that we see here, the most recent ones. Look at the content here: destroying Aero 8 on a real computer. I think that's Windows. Destroying Windows 10 on a real computer. Destroying Windows 8 on a real computer. Destroying Windows 7 on a real computer. So the question we need to ask Plain Apple 287 is, what content are you actually covering here? Are you going to be covering Windows PCs or Apple MacBooks? Because that is quite a massive divergence in audience. It's like apples and oranges, Xbox and PlayStation, Dallas Cowboys v New York Jets. You're going to find it difficult to have the same audience watching very different content within the same genre. And also look at your channel banner and improve this quite a bit. It just has your channel name, but it doesn't really tell you what you do on the channel. And there is a theme here, and you've also said it in your description, that you like to destroy computers. Now, that's a very unique perspective. It could be a very unique channel, and there's probably an audience out there who wants to see people destroying computers for whatever reason. But you don't really mention that anywhere on the channel banner. It might be worth having a computer on fire, for example, or a spanner that's hammering a computer, or just some sort of graphical, visual indication more about what you do on the channel. So, yeah, definitely two things to look at there in terms of who should be watching and why should they care. From my perspective, it's about Apple. That's not true from looking at the content, but I don't know anything else about your channel. We're going to quickly play maybe 20 seconds of your channel trailer and see what we find out. So 20 seconds in there, and you say that the channel is about Apple products. You probably want to update that channel trailer to more honestly reflect what your channel is about now. But also, a channel trailer is always a great opportunity to introduce the person behind the content. And you do have a clip from one of your videos, but I can barely hear what you're saying because the music's drowning out the content. So I would say do another channel trailer. Shave off another 15 seconds, update it for what your content is about, and maybe have you at the beginning of the trailer just introducing yourself. Like, hi, I'm Plain Apple 287, and I like to smash computers, and this is how I do it. Something along those lines, if that's the content that you're really interested in covering. We'll just have a look a little bit more at your channel content. You've got recent uploads, nothing wrong there. So you've only got two sections here: created playlists and uploads. Windows destruction music, the best of YouTube, non-copyright music I love. So you're kind of jumping a little bit between different topics there. As I say, I would always love to see a playlist that includes welcome to my channel, this is what we do here. Probably have some of these Windows destroying videos, certainly. Let's just have a look at how many playlists you've done overall. So it looks as if you've started some playlists and not really followed through with them, like desk tours, what's on my, speed tests, history of my stupidity. As I've talked about before in live streams, this feels like more of a personal library or repository for sticking your videos somewhere. YouTube can't really do much with this information. It's not going to be able to really index Roblox very well against all the other Roblox type videos, and what's on my is not going to be a search term that anyone's searching for. So it might be what's on my iPhone in this particular one, which may be more searchable. So either maybe delete these playlists that aren't serving any purpose, or really optimize them for YouTube search if you want to do that. Let's have a look at your thumbnails. Yeah, it looks as if we're still continuing with the theme here of... so in the last week, you've tried to destroy pretty much all of your Windows computers. Good luck with that. I hope you don't have too much of an expensive repair bill going on there. Board destruction MacBook there. So I think, is that the only... and shattered your iPhone? So if there's only 2 Apple videos there in the last month, it looks like, more or less. But there is certainly the theme here of breaking equipment. I think, who is a famous tech tuber who does that? Is it Tech Rack? So are you trying to follow in his footsteps a little bit? As I say, if that's where you want to take your audience, I'm fine with that. But you have to communicate that more in all of your value proposition and in your branding. Something as well about the thumbnails is that this, for example, the thumbnail here, it does look like a screen of code, but that's very indecipherable as a thumbnail. You probably want to take maybe the important bit of code that kills the computer, for example, or maybe a line of code next to skull and crossbones, or a PC on fire. There's no focus of the thumbnails here. They are just screenshots, and hopefully we'll see in other channel reviews where we see better thumbnails of where there's a real focus on a particular object, which helps communicate to the potential viewer why they should watch this video. I can see here that you're trying to maybe perhaps dominate a particular type of keyword here in destroying Windows, destroying computers. Again, that's not necessarily a bad approach to do if you want to continue doing that, try and become the authority on destroying certain aspects of machines. That's certainly potentially a good idea. But yeah, these thumbnails here are just screenshots of your computer, and they need more context, I would say. And like, yeah, again, so you have it now. I'll give you credit here where you have improved your thumbnails from just basically having an Apple logo on screen. That would really not be, I guess, acceptable in the YouTube fundamentals type of conversation. Oh look, there's some of you here where you are appearing in front of in front of cameras. So, are you happy to be in front of camera? Maybe you want to include these in the thumbnails up here. They are. We can clearly see here that these are all just freeze frames from the video, and you need to be a lot more savvy on YouTube. You have to spend a considerable amount of time putting thumbnails together. I'm sure I saw in the chat that you spent 2 hours editing a 2-minute video or something like that. You probably need to spend 30 minutes editing your thumbnail after that as well. Let's have a look at your most successful videos, see where you have had some breakthroughs on YouTube. So nothing in particular that's had any big successes. Your channel trailer has the most views. History of iPad had the most views with 200. So there are a couple of ones about the Mac. Apple ones here where you have the most views, it looked like. So you've shifted to Windows content, and I think the views on those are, 20 to 50 views. So that's, you can see there how your current audience may have just dropped off completely, and you're relying on search and suggested videos for these recent Windows ones. Something certainly to think about there, again, in terms of what content you want to produce and for whom. We'll look at one of your most recent videos now for metadata. Let's go for destroying your Windows computer. Shall we let it run for the first 20 seconds? See how you introduce the content to your viewers? As my computer slowly ramps up here. Yeah, let's stop it there. So 30 seconds into the video, and what did we really learn? You showed your channel and Windows shutting down, but it took us a very long time to get to that point. We haven't heard from you yet about what this video is about, and you could be losing quite a lot of your audience at this point. Looking at the average view duration, it's 12%, so people are turning off from this video a minute and 20 into it. I mean, if I skip forward a little bit, we can see that you're starting to talk about maybe what you're doing in the minutes there. As for metadata, big red flag, you have no video tags. So even if you wanted more viewers to come to this channel, understand what this video is about, YouTube has a very little information here. Well, you're losing an opportunity here to help YouTube further optimize your data by including video tags. Video tags for this particular content might be how to destroy a Windows 8 computer, Windows 8 computer on fire, for example, or how to break a Windows 8 computer, how to break a Windows computer. You might have some slightly opposite tags as well, like how to not fix a Windows 8 computer might be a good tag. So these semi-long tail keywords of about 5 to 6 words of how to break Windows computer along those lines. Description, you put Windows 8 on my second partition this time and decided to destroy it, mainly because you were bored. So you do have the keywords slightly reinforced in there, that you have a Windows 8 computer and that you were bored and tried to destroy it. Fair enough. Yeah, an acceptable description there. Other things I would look at are you do have some engagement here. So we've got 29 comments on a 80 view video, and I guess it's because you've probably replied to every comment, which has doubled the engagement. I can see that. Brilliant. So yeah, you may have actually like 10 to 15 comments, but you've replied to them all, which is good. So yeah, I can see that you replied multiple times to comments. So I think it's good that you're getting some engagement in there, and it's reflected here with the incredible engagements, like pretty much more than 15% engagement. Small sample size though. There we are, Plain Apple 287. You're probably a little surprised there that you got the channel review, but I've seen you plenty of times contributing, so I thought I would certainly get in there and do a channel review for you. So I hope you appreciate it. Okay, so we've been getting in. We're trying a new method here behind the scenes of how to do the channel reviews to make it a lot more seamless, and I think it's working. So thank you very much for moderators in the background for doing this. Instead of me trying to grab the URL from the chat or a channel's name from the chat and then search for it, we're swapping URLs in the background. And I have my next one, which is going to be, it's a tech-heavy channel review so far. Don't worry, it's not all going to be reviews on tech channels, but we have, let's go to Smoky Tech 2.0. This channel has 123 subscribers, and here you will get technology related stuff. So are you going to be, do you want to be as broad as technology? Let's give you my point of view here. I'm interested in mobile technology, Android devices. I'm also interested in drones, and I'm interested in computers, but your channel could be about video gaming. It could be about booster boards. It could be about laptops. Maybe be a little bit more specific about what Smoky Tech is going to be looking at. Also, we have the first cardinal sin here of having a banner which is going to be obliterated by mobile devices. Your cutoff points, roughly, when you look at this banner on a mobile device, will be in the region of here and here. So Smoky Tech will probably be cut off somewhere along those lines, so we're not going to see exactly what your channel's about from a channel banner on a mobile device. So just shift that into the middle, and that should pretty much resolve that issue. Let's see what you're about from the description. You'll find stuff like tech, vlogs, and much more stuff. So subscribe to the channel so you never miss an update on Smoky Tech. Looks like you're a bilingual channel as well, which is interesting. I know that there's a big increase in YouTube, and like it's a Wild West in the Asian continent, like Pakistan, India, Bangladesh. YouTubers are exploding there. So if you are in that area, good luck. And I can see that your channel is very new. You've only been around for 2 months, and you've already got 123 subscribers. So already some good success stories there. So congratulations on just hitting this YouTube craze as it begins to take off in the Asian continent. I'm gonna put it there. I know Asia is quite a large continent, but yeah, there we go. Right, let's have a look at some of your branding and your content. You have popular uploads at the top, most recent uploads here, so that we know that you're semi-regular. You post a video every week, it looks like here. Would you be able to up that upload consistency, especially with tech channel? There's a lot of trending news on there. Might be an opportunity to capitalize if you can produce more content. Only 3 playlists though, and you probably haven't got much content yet, and that's what I will suspect. So you might not be able to put a welcome to the Smoky Tech channel, here's what we do best right now. You don't have a channel trailer yet, so the video that you're introducing to your audience is a 9-minute video. Maybe that's one you want to focus on next, is what's your channel about, channel trailer, 45 seconds type of scenario there. Videos. So I'm going to find out how many videos you've actually done. So you've produced, let's see, about 25 videos, and so here's where you're like going to be doing a lot of topic jumping. Samsung Galaxy S9, new iPad, Moto Z unboxing, Nokia 3310, OnePlus 6, OnePlus 10, Oppo A71. Okay, so I would say you're not a tech channel at this point. You're a mobile phone tech channel. So there's an opportunity to niche down a little bit already in terms of the content that you're covering. Certainly maybe get rid of more of the tech angle. Like, you could include a mobile phone certainly in the channel banner here to add that consistency. I would also say that looking at these thumbnails, they are a little busy. Like, if we look at how to change ringtone, you've got an icon, a ring, so like a bell icon obviously indicates a ringtone. We've got you in the background, but there's all sorts of colors going on there. Is that for free with a little splodge mark? And then you've got iTunes there. There's like a lot of stuff going on in that thumbnail. If I was to say a better thumbnail would be this one. It does look a little crazy with a nice wig that you're wearing there, but there's more of a focus. We know it's about the OnePlus 6. You're pointing to the phone. There's some contrasting colours in the background. I would say that going forward is probably a better thumbnail than this one. And another one here, like the vlog thumbnail. This is generally the size that people are going to see your thumbnails. And I can barely recognize any of the photo images. You probably just want to blow one of those up and just have vlog in the text on the thumbnail and leave it there potentially. So, yeah, I can see that you're starting to develop your thumbnail strategy. So those are a couple of refinements. Make it less cluttered and more focused on the main topic of your content. Let's have a look at some of your titles. How to change ringtone in iPhone for free. No tunes, no jailbreak. Fair enough. Just note that I couldn't read no jailbreak because the title was cut off. So it might be a little too long, that title. But the rest of the title lengths are pretty good. They all seem to be of a fairly good size. The new Moto Z2 unboxing review. Motorola G6 confirmed price. So I like the fact that in your titles you're trying to include some context. Like the OnePlus 6 was leaked. You've unboxed the Moto Z2. You know a confirmed price for the G6. New iPad 2018. I like the fact that you're including the keyword of the product, but also, as I say, some context of why you should care about what I'm talking about here. Now, I think you did have one viral, well, not viral, but one breakthrough video. Now, I know I have a little bit of insider knowledge here on the tech industry in India, because I know that Jio 4G seems to be a big topic on YouTube. Whenever Indian YouTubers cover this area, they get a lot of views. Like, I know a channel called Techno Ruiz who exploded as a channel, went from like 0 subscribers to 200,000 subscribers and more in a space of about 18 months, mainly focusing on this topic of covering news on this, I guess, carrier in India. And this is by far your most successful video. So if I was you, I would double down on this content and produce more videos on the Jio 4G subject, however you can cover it, whether it's news, more features on this particular product that you've reviewed. I mean, this one outperforms all of your other videos by a factor of about 100. So it seems like a no-brainer, absolutely, at the moment. Let's click on this video, maybe find out some of the metadata as to why it's successful.
दोस्तों आज मैं आपके लिए लाया हूँ एक बहुत ही बेहतरीन और एक बहुत ही स्पेशल चीज़ जो आज तक
So obviously another language here. It's a little difficult to comment on the content of the video, but your SEO score is good. And yeah, there we are. Perfect example. You've used a lot of long tail keywords. Perfect demonstration to any small YouTuber out there. Lots of long tail keywords on a very specific topic of the Jio 4G smart landline unboxing ranks number 1, Jio smart landline, Jio landline, Jio upcoming 4G landline. Now, how much of these long-term keywords are people searching for? Probably not that high, but you're connecting into this world. You're providing so much detail to YouTube that this video is about Jio 4G smart landlines, but it's probably going to connect itself up to similar keywords which people are searching for, and you will start to rank. So I think brilliant video opportunity here. Talk more about this product, this area of interest, which certainly I think a lot of YouTubers, phone consumers in India are looking for. But add a little more to your description. 2 lines there. You're missing potential metadata there. I mean, it's good that you have your keywords certainly in those lines that people can see. Maybe just add some social links. Maybe talk a little bit more about what your channel is, so you're adding more keywords about what you do here. So comments, you've got a couple of comments. Are you responding to some of them? Looks as if you are responding to some of them, potentially not all of them. Maybe just pay attention to feedback as well, like very bad audio quality in this video. Have you replied to that? Yep, awesome. So you're taking on feedback constructively. I applaud you for that. You're not taking it as a troll comment. Excellent work there. So maybe you want to think about, if your channel is new at this point and you're experimenting, you could potentially just do a slight rebrand of your channel here and maybe say Smoky Tech channel 2.0. All your Gyro 4 related news, just as an experiment for the next month, and maybe that just grows your channel exponentially. Certainly something worth investigating. Okay, that is the tech channel sector, hopefully, of vidIQ channel reviews done for this week. I'm going to now see which channel we're going to review next. Thank you to the moderators. So, moderators, you need to add another one if you can. You both given me the same tech channel. So when you can bring up another one, which I think we've got one there. Thank you very much. And yeah, I think you're absolutely right, moderators. I've seen this person commenting a lot in previous live streams. I'm sure I sent them a message earlier on today on one of our polls. So let's give this channel the attention it deserves. And I'm pleased to say, everyone, this has nothing to do with tech. Completely different genre. It is, but your real estate whisperer. So this channel is very clearly about real estate. It's got some real estate sketch comedy as well, and buying and selling tips. I never knew you could do sketch comedy on the topic of real estate. Nice logo here. Gives you information in summary terms that you're liking houses of some kind, which is a nice intro. You tell us when you're posting content, which is good. Maybe you're trying to sell too much, perhaps, in a banner. I'm not sure on that one. Maybe a more focused single line to sell your content might be better. But like, what I know, you're about real estate, you're about sketch comedy, you're about buying and selling tips. Which one of them is most important to you? Which one are you most passionate about? And which pieces of content are your audience reacting more to? Maybe consider that if you've done enough videos to find out about that. I'll just look at your description. Weekly video tips about real estate buying and selling, the community of Ascension Parish, and sketch comedy listing promotions. I'm not a set the world on fire real estate agent. Instead, I work on relationships with each one of your clients to get more personalized treatment. Okay. That seems fine to me. I'm just reserving too many judgments.
Hey, it's Take a Tip Tuesday.
I'm not that familiar with the real estate genre, so that makes it a little more difficult to follow. So let's see. You don't have a channel trailer, but you do have this video, which is... Let's just play it for maybe 25 seconds.
Do you know this truth about open house? Hi, my name is Christina Smallhorn, your real estate whisperer for Ascension Parish, and it's Sunday and I'm running late for open house. Why don't you just go ahead and come along with me, and I'm going to tell you the truth about open house.
Okay, so in the first 20 seconds, I know this isn't a channel trailer, but that's a brilliant introduction to a video. You posed a teasing question before doing your quick branding splash screen, which was very short, and then you've kind of created a story, like you're running late, but you need to be somewhere. I want you to follow me on this journey. And in 20 seconds, you've created a hook for the viewer. And with me, I'm sort of thinking about purchasing a house soon. This might be an interesting story for me to follow along, because we're doing a lot of open houses at the moment. So I'm interested in this video and I want to watch it more. But unfortunately, we're currently doing a live stream channel review, so I have to reserve that until later. So let's continue looking through your channel. First playlist is real estate tips and buying. So this seems to be the focus of your channel. I love the fact that you've included your description in a thumbnail in the playlist, so people follow this along. That you should be including descriptions to help YouTube apply better search indexing to this content. Realtor vlog of Ascension Parish places, people and places. So looks like that's community content. Funny side of real estate. So there's your sketch. So you've pretty much encapsulated all of your principles of your channel in these plays. Good. Oh, you do live streams as well. More buying real estate selling tips for 2017. Popular uploads towards the bottom. One playlist I would like to maybe see you insert is just recent uploads. So the viewer has an understanding that you post content on a regular basis, which would be helpful as well. But other than that, folks, this is a good example of decent channel layout. You've really considered the playlists that you want in there. You spent time fleshing them out as well, which is good stuff. I'm like giving this a good solid 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10 improvements. Maybe you want to include a channel trailer. You're certainly good at creating a hook in like 20 seconds. If you maybe just double the length of that for a channel trailer, 45 seconds, and include everything about your channel, I think you're on to a winner there. Let's have a look at the videos themselves now. Okay, interesting use of branding here. Now, some folks may think that using a garish color combination such as green and pink might look horrible. There is that subjective opinion. However, this content really sticks out. You know that whenever the Real Estate Whisperer produces content, you can immediately identify it on like a slab of other YouTube videos. You would be able to tell it just from the color scheme. Like, it almost doesn't need any branding. Using the same font and the color really is a striking way of making sure that the audience knows that it's your content. And it's good to just go back to the Smoky Tech thumbnails. Look how the simplicity is more here in that. Let's see if we can pick out a good one. Like, this is a good example here. Don't do this. It's a teasing bit of text with the reaction of the person like, oh dear, what on earth are you doing here? This is a bad decision. Money being passed over, house being passed over. Probably needs just maybe a little bit more context of what specifically shouldn't we do? Is it like, should we just not buy a house? Is that what you're saying? A bit more explanation maybe would have just perfected this thumbnail. But again, it's like a 7 or an 8 out of 10 thumbnail showing us exactly, more or less exactly what the video is about. Don't do this before buying a home. So yeah, you've just repeated yourself a little bit in the title. It might be better to maybe have a bit more context as to what you shouldn't be doing, perhaps. But again, it's a teasing title, so there's positives and negatives there on that thumbnail. Just seeing if we can have another one. Yeah, I mean, another good one here. Open house truth, and I've used this before with the like shh reaction. Again, excellent example of a good thumbnail. Let's see which is your most popular one though. You've got 600 subscribers. I can't remember how many views you've got, but have you got a video which has really had punch to your content? Here we are then. So we've got a couple of 1,000 view videos, but right up here we have a 22,000 view video, which looks to be something completely unrelated to real estate. How do I try and explain this? How to get rid of dog pee smell in carpet? I guess that's just a very specific keyword that people are probably searching. You, I guess, rank very highly on that content. It was done 5 months ago. I don't know if you're still doing these. What is it like? Is that like a live blog video? But it seemed effective. Different color scheme as well. Is that to indicate different content on your channel? But I would also say, look at how the well, this is interesting. So this thumbnail was done 5 months ago, but this thumbnail was done 6 months ago. But there's I'd say that the clarity of this thumbnail is a lot better than that one. It's one of these YouTube anomalies where a video performs well, probably because it's got a picture of a dog on it, maybe, and and the word P in a title, and maybe that's just attracting viewers to the content. I'm gonna click on. Let's have a look at this video. So you only have 4 videos which have cracked 1,000 views, which is a shame considering like the effort that you're putting into your content. I wonder if we can find out potentially why that's not. You're not getting as many views as you might.
Hello,
potentially get. Okay.
everybody. How are you?
It's Take a Tip Tuesday. What do your baseboards look like?
Again, I love the intro. It's like 10 seconds in, you've cracked a joke, you've given us a hook of the content, and we're seeing the quick introduction there. This feels like one of these channels which is ready to sort of move on to the next level, and you just haven't had that breakthrough video yet. One thing I may say is that your video tags are you probably, now this is 6 months ago. I'll have a look at one of your more recent videos. In fact, yeah, let's do that, because looking at these tags, they're all very long tail keywords, and there's a very sporadic style of keywords. Like we go from real, Prairieville, your best, hacks, tips, Christina. How is YouTube supposed to digest any of those tags and categorize the content well? Let's just see if you're making that same mistake in more recent content. Go to your newest videos, and we'll do. And I want to do another one about home tips. Yeah, let's do this. Don't do this video. Okay, so we can see that your tag format has improved, but you're probably still not using it to the best of your ability. Like, don't do this before buying a home. You should probably be putting that at the top of your keywords with other similar sounding keywords to really categorize this video as something you shouldn't be doing before buying a video. So similar tags might be things not to do before buying a home, buying home tips you should avoid, things to avoid when buying a home, avoid this when buying a home. You can see where I'm going with this. Like, reinforce that keyword over and over again. And then if you want to include these more specific keywords about your, I guess, real estate in Baton Rouge, which you're probably going to include in all of your keywords, you probably want to put those much lower down the list, because the tags, the ones that are front loaded, the ones at the beginning, are much more important. So get these ones towards the top, get this one, and other similar tags towards the top. You don't want to do these things before buying a home. When you're buying your first home or buying your last, this is what not to do before buying a home. So yeah, again, you're reinforcing the tags there in description, which is good. You kind of haven't done that in your tags. So small metadata tip there. As for engagements, looks like you have, again, like, you haven't got many views on this video, but you do have what seems to be a following here. 23 comments, 18 likes, so that's fairly good for a video of this size. You haven't replied. Yeah, you have actually replied to most comments, it looks like. Yeah, you have. So yeah, I applaud you on that. I guess the thing you might want to think about in terms of if you want to get more reach is, do you do any videos, or you want you're probably wanting to sell your services as well, and your product. So is there any particular videos you could do on the Baton Rouge real estate market, which you might not get many people searching for, but those who are searching for it are really interested in your content? Or are you wanting to try and broaden your audience to the whole of YouTube with the vlogging? Might be something that you may need to consider in your video content strategy. Like, who should be watching? So the answer to that is people in Baton Rouge because they want to buy a house, or people who are interested in real estate in general. how specific do you want to be? And I think you pretty much have the why should they care because the content that you're producing is witty, it's personable, you're really covering specific topics. You're maybe just not sure on the target audience quite yet. But that might be the reason why your channel is growing relatively slowly at this point. But I just want to say, Real Estate Whisperer, I know you're in a lot of live streams and you contribute positively all the time. That's fantastic, and I really do appreciate you being in these live streams. Now, unfortunately, I think I have a technical area. Yes, my webcam has broken, so this is just a freeze frame of me, but that's one of those typical things that seems to happen on the vidIQ at this point. Maybe I need to get a new computer. But that's all right. We're going to continue on with the live streams because at least my screen sharing is still working. And thank you, moderators. I have the next 2 channels lined up here. And the next one I'm going to look at is somebody else, a pre-selected channel who contributes a lot to vidIQ live streams. I know they've asked for a channel review a couple of times. Well, not asked for a channel review. They've been interested in contributing on vidIQ videos for a long time. And I think this person does deserve a channel review. And that channel is, if this person is still here, is Free Your Mind Art. I hope this channel creator is still here. I know they were here at the beginning of the live stream. So yes, let's take a look at your channel, which is Art by Stuart Wimbles. Presumably that's your name. Free Your Mind Art. So this is an interesting dichotomy of a channel that produces abstract art, you might describe it as, and I'm sure it's a very good art for the genre that it is, but this kind of abstract art creates a lot of colours which are maybe difficult to digest on many of your thumbnails. And there's a perfect example which we'll get to when we look at some of your thumbnails. Like this here is that the text is a little bit difficult to read because it kind of merges itself with the color art behind. Now, I'm not 100% sure how to solve this issue because of the type of art that you're doing. But I want to kind of jump forward here and show you an example of the best video that this creator has and how it is different to these thumbnails here, where so there's quite a big set of text like Blue Lagoon, and then the background here is that you can kind of see the image, but it's just like a sea of colors, maybe difficult for the viewer to pick up exactly what you should be looking at here. But when we go to the most popular one, we have a thumbnail which is a lot more distinguishable because it's how to paint fluid art acrylic eyes. And you can really clearly see the eyes in this image. And I think that's probably why, along with a very good video title, people are certainly picking out this thumbnail and wanting to click on it. Another thing that's also interesting here is that a lot of the thumbnails here have borders. Are you able to maybe just crop the image a little bit so it fills the entire screen? Because when you see a border, that immediately tells me that this looks like it's just a freeze frame from the video. And it probably doesn't look that appealing. However, yeah, another one here as well, like fluid painting galaxying. It's like your title really has to resonate with the thumbnail, and this one, like the galaxy, you can kind of picture that in this image as well, but certainly this one with the eyes and like dark side of a moon, again, like this, the black and white color tone matches the title, which really helps with attracting with the hook for the potential viewer. And then like another one here, fluid swipe painting of meerkat. So like, I'm looking at this thumbnail thinking, is that really a meerkat? I'm not quite sure. It kind of looks like one. Maybe I need to click on this video to find out more. So certainly when there's a good hook of a thumbnail and the title, that seems to be the most effective for this video creator. And I can see how difficult it can be to visualize these really intricate paintings in thumbnails when they're shrunk down. Playlists. You've got created playlists as your top playlist. You probably want to change that to maybe the best videos. Like, you could probably include all of those. I think if you included the top uploads as one of your playlists as the top, people will be able to get an idea exactly of the content that you produce and really look at stuff there. You've got most recent uploads second, which is fine. Now, hopefully I see this one as a fairly recent video, as one that may potentially pick up traction as well. Definitely a snake in that thumbnail. I can certainly see that. Let's click on, so as you can see, probably needs a bit of branding somewhere as well. And maybe you need less text on the videos themselves. Maybe either take the text and put it in a corner somewhere so it's not blocking the image. Maybe make the text an adjective, or like that one snaky, but maybe take snaky and put it somewhere that's a little less intrusive to the thumbnail. My potential thoughts there. But it's like really the success of your videos, Free Your Mind Art, is definitely through the hook of the thumbnail and the title. And when you get it right, it does have quite an impact. Let's click on one of these videos. Which one shall we pick? Let's click on Monarch and check your metadata. So tags are how to paint, Free Your Mind Art, Stuart Wimbles. Looks like you're stuffing quite a lot of personal tags here at the top with your name, your channel name. I probably want to see more acrylic paint tags at the top, which might be how to paint acrylic art on acrylic paint art, acrylic paint beginner's guides, how to do acrylic paint. Again, reinforcing that keyword, which is clearly one that you use constantly in your videos. Include it more here in your tags. Your ranking, of course, for your own video, for your own tags. How many people are searching for Free Your Mind Art 2018? That's a question that you maybe need to ask yourself there. Okay, I haven't seen actually Free Your Mind Art in the chat recently, so unfortunately he may have already disappeared, so I'll have to let him know that we have done a channel review there, and we'll revisit it potentially at a later time. Let's get back to a freeze frame of me, and we'll look at another channel that we're going to review here. We're now 53 minutes in, but that's fine. We've got plenty of time here to carry on with some more live streaming content, and this one is going to be Robbie Ruviews. Is that a misspelling on purpose? Just as a quick grammar check, I kind of guess that it is, but here we are. Robbie Ruviews, YouTube short film reviews. Okay, is that reviews about YouTube videos, or is it short film reviews on films? Might be worth just clarifying that in your channel banner. And does this indicate that you're pretty fed up of reviewing film reviews? Maybe you need to include more images of yourself with different facial reactions to reviews. Maybe like this, you're sobbing because of a particularly bad film review. If you're hearing any PC noises, by the way, I think it's just my USB things just breaking, but don't worry about that. The live stream is still running. We'll just keep on going. So on this channel, we will be analysing and critiquing random YouTube short films. So it does sound as if you're reviewing YouTube videos. If you are, make sure to include that branding up here. Include the YouTube logo if you need to. Maybe like a thumbs up and a thumbs down, that sort of thing. make it more, I guess, YouTube centric, to give it that YouTube type of branding, because you're looking at particular YouTubers and their content. Maybe include some YouTube personalities in the thumbnail as well. You're going to be critiquing it. I wouldn't say it's a breach of copyright, because it's going to be fair usage under review and educational content. So yeah, I wasn't sure when I saw YouTube short film reviews whether it was film reviews on a YouTube channel or reviews on short YouTube films, if that makes sense. Let's go back to your channel intro.
Hey guys, what's going on? This is Robbie Ruviews with Robbie Ruviews. On this channel, we're going to be combing the entirety of YouTube to find user-made short films. We're going to check them out, we're going to review them, and we're going to critique them. So as we watch each movie, I'll be down in a little box around here letting you know my thoughts as we go along. Afterward, I'm going to give you some more complete thoughts, talk about some themes, so the camera movement, the writing, and the acting, of course, and letting you guys know if I would recommend this movie or not. So we're going to go with the good, the bad, and the overall review. Now, I'm not...
Okay, stop the channel intro there. Seems very good. I should have maybe watched your channel intro before just critiquing your channel banner. Certainly some good quality there in the audio. It sounds like a fantastic microphone you have there, and you've shown some B-roll of content that you're covering. Some graphics were appearing, so it had a bit of pace and some music in the background. I'm more than satisfied with that channel intro. Playlists, yeah, your channel layout. So you've got most recent uploads first, so we know that you're producing content on a regular basis. So general film reviews, boo-hoo views. It sounds like boo-hoo or disappointment or crying, maybe a theme in your reviews. Perfectly fine if that's how you're gonna inject a little personality into the videos. Thumbnails seem pretty good. Let's go to your videos in general. And so you have yourself in the thumbnail with some form of reaction. I would probably take out Robbie Ruviews. It's taking up far too much space on your thumbnails. Turn that into a channel logo, something like a double R with your face on, or a thumbs up or something. Like, once I've seen it on one thumbnail, I don't need to see it on any others. And yeah, I think that's just taking up too much video. Like on this one as well, like this text, like, where is the actual content of the YouTube short film? I can't see it anywhere. It seems like it's more about a review that you're doing, maybe a review about your video. So yeah, maybe in this case, you need to take yourself a little bit out of the video, the thumbnail, and focus it more on the short film that you're looking at. And here's another question. You're doing video reviews on YouTube channels. Are these popular YouTubers that you're doing the video reviews on, or is it niche? The worry I have is that you're covering films and videos from YouTubers who's actually searching for the commentary or the reviews on these films. It might be a difficult sell to try and find an audience for that. But let's see if you've had any successful breakout videos so far. You have 82 subscribers, so not really any breakout yet. You've been doing this for 4 or 5 months as well, so 6 months. And I'm looking at all of these videos, and I don't know who these videos are about. So you may have to, I guess, go a little more mainstream here and pick a big YouTuber just to do a videography film case study on them, just to maybe start appearing in those search terms as an idea. I mean, the thumbnails are generally good. Maybe a little fixes need to be done on some of these. I don't know who the focus of the content is, because you're so prominent in each of these thumbnails. I don't know if I should be visiting these videos because of what you think of them. Obviously we should, but then we're losing the star of the the content of the show. Yeah, we trying to find a good way to do this. It seems more about you and less about the content. And if you're a small channel trying to break out, you need people to hook onto something, maybe even more than just yourself. I'm not really making myself clear there. I can't formulate into the words I want to. Let's go into a video and see how your metadata is. A 17-minute video.
Hey guys, what's going on? This is Robbie Ruviews with Robbie Ruviews. On this channel, we take random short films from YouTube and review them. Today we got a submission from Lumos Pictures. Thank you so much for sending your short film in. This is Intercession.
So are you reviewing YouTubers' content which they send to you? I think that's a very noble thing to do. I just worry about who's searching for this content and who's interested in it. That's the concern I have. Tag-wise, so yeah, you're doing looking at YouTube short film reviews, in-depth reviews, indie short film review, more reviews. It's like, who is it about though? That's what I'm not really grasping here. I mean, yes, obviously you're reviewing YouTubers' content, but is it content I care about? And that's maybe a hard sell potentially. So maybe as an experiment, just choose a big YouTuber and study their content as an experiment, and maybe see how that helps. If I'm making a mistake and you are doing that, and I'm just not recognizing any of the channels that you have reviewed, then I do apologize there. It's good that you're using a lot of tags, and the tag depth is there. There are some general keywords, film reviews. Like Robbie Ruviews should be much lower down the list. It's kind of a waste of a front-loaded tag to put your tag at the top, because you should be ranking for that the majority of the time. I'm just going to jump like randomly into maybe 5 minutes. Let's hope there's no inappropriate content here, and just get an idea of how you're presenting these videos. It'd be good to know the average view duration as well. I'd really like to know how much of the content people are watching. Maybe check your audience retention, see how long these videos are being watched for. Because if people are coming into the content and they're not finding it interesting and dropping off, that's really going to have an impact on the content as well.
You're bleeding again. I'll get you a napkin.
All right, well. Hey, he's bleeding again. What in the world is going on?
So yeah, it's kind of like an audio commentary on films. I just don't know what these films are, and that's the worry that I personally have. That is Robbie Ruviews. I hope I've made some sense to you. I'm not sure I've put my thoughts too clearly there. It's like, I guess I go back to when we look at the who should be watching and why should they care. Who should be watching these YouTube short film reviews? Is it just the people who submit these videos? Because it's kind of so niche that I think you need to sell your commentary and your analysis skills in more popular content as a test. Maybe I think that's the best way I can put that there. Okay, somebody's noticing that Robbie doesn't use a watermark maybe in the pictures, so a bit of good advice there. Right, let's have a look at another channel as we get another beautiful freeze frame of myself. Moderators, whenever you're ready, we will jump in to another channel. We've got another one. Thank you very much from Extra Sessions Media this time. Next time I'll check the Doberman's suggestion and we'll have a look there. We are going to review this time Carol McNally. Reading, writing and literacy. New lessons every week. Never stop learning. Okay, one question I would have here for reading, writing, and literacy. Is this for speakers of other languages, or is this for creative writers, or is this for academics? Might be good to just be a little bit more specific. However, before I go into any more comments, let's watch a channel trailer, and that might explain it.
Hi, I'm Carol McNally. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I've been a teacher of the English language arts and literacy for more than 20 years. I've taught all ages of students and all types of learners. On my channel, I will be posting videos about techniques to understand and improve reading fluency and comprehension, writing fluency and sophistication, use of English grammar, application of learning strategies, and preparation for high-stakes testing. I will offer academic content.
Right, okay, so we now get a better understanding that this might be teaching English literature and language at a, I'm going to try and get my American education system correct here, like in the grade school system. We call it in the UK secondary school, up to like the ages of 16 to 18 for those exams there. Maybe worth mentioning, just adding that to your channel banner a little bit, and maybe including some academic graphics like a book or a pencil, potentially, or like an exam paper, just to maybe give the channel a bit more context of who should be watching. But I now have I should say that I now have a good understanding within the first 3 to 5 minutes from your channel trailer. It's a very helpful channel trailer, that this is what your channel is about. Definitely like a how-to educational channel. So never stop learning. It's good. That's a good sort of. I would almost like use that as a channel name, perhaps. Never stop learning. Never stop learning literature. Never stop learning literature and language. That would be a bit of a tongue twister. So yeah, now again, you're clearly stating your value proposition here for middle school and high school. Yep. Okay, I get that now. Good stuff. Let's have a look at your channel layout.
Hi, I'm
Creative playlists. Again, you want to put in like an active video playlist at the top here. It may be like most recent playlists, most recent videos, or top exam techniques. Like this could be a bit of a trending area of your channel. Certainly within a school year, you're going to have exams or project time. So adding playlists that are relevant to the time of year may be useful, like preparations for maybe college applications might be another idea as well. So yeah, stick this one here, the uploads, much towards the top of your playlists. Thumbnail wise, it's very text heavy, I would say. It looks as if you're probably regurgitating. I hope that's the appropriate word to use. It's regurgitating the title in the thumbnails, and you're just missing on the visual real estate here to hook the user into the video. Like this one could be here, 10 essay mistakes. And on this one, it could be have you as an image of you with your, like, doing a face palm. Maybe just to add a little bit more humor, or like a tiny bit of clickbait. Don't really want to use that term too vociferously on this video. Can you tell my vocabulary has just gone up a notch to try and make sure I do have a degree in English with creative writing, I must add, although that was a long time ago. So yeah, more vociferously trying to entice a viewer rather than just a kind of semi-generic image of yourself with the text that's taken directly from the title. From YouTube, from a YouTube perspective, I know maybe people searching for this content are probably looking for something educational and more of a dry format, but there does need to be a bit of a sales pitch here to get the user in. Yeah, and I'm not sure about just the flat black border as well. May want to. I mean, it's good for branding because we certainly know it's your channel that we're looking at here, and I can see you're experimenting with slightly different videos. And I've also noticed here as well that you've only been doing this for 3 months. I saw that your channel was opened in 2009, but you've just started creating YouTube videos. So let me just rewind a little bit and say that it's good that you're already doing some of these YouTube fundamentals in terms of creating a channel banner, building up your channel layout, including making custom thumbnails. So good work there. Now, what I will also say is that your first videos seem to be the most successful ones, because the first 3 ones here have more than at least 100 views, if not more. And for first videos, if you can get more than 100 views on your first video, that's like a really good achievement. But then you've maybe gone back a little bit in terms of performance of your videos. So so 2 months ago was like February, so it wasn't a particularly busy education time, I guess. I don't know, are these videos slowly gaining momentum as you produce them? It doesn't look like it. Some of these have hit 50 views and stayed fairly stagnant. Let's have a look at one of your most recent videos. We'll go for writing a SAT essay, and we'll do the first 30 seconds introduction to see how.
Hi, I'm here today with my friend Victoria to go over step by step with you just how to write that SAT essay. If you haven't already watched my video lesson on SAT essay structure, I suggest you do that first. And you can do that by clicking a little link that should appear right about here in the screen, and then come back to this video, because you're going to need that background information to really understand what she's doing here. Today, Victoria is going to take us.
So this video very much depends on your knowledge of a previous video. Did you link this video that we're watching here in the previous video? It can be always a little disjointed when you have a video which immediately says, if you haven't seen this video, go over there first, and can be a tricky sell on YouTube. Perhaps a quick summary of the points may be as useful. But you are using tags which are being ranked for here, very specific keywords, which is good. Again, you probably want to put these tags here: never stop learning, study strategies for success, reading and literacy lessons, these more broader keywords towards the bottom of your tags, and then bring these ones up towards the top, like persuasive techniques in the SAT exam. Much more specific keyword, one that I would be bringing up to the top and reinforcing as you do, like SAT essay conclusion, SAT essay body paragraphs, do you say SAT or do you say SAT? SAT essay introduction. Absolutely, bring all of these tags much higher up the list, but good metadata that you're using there. Here are the steps that you need to take to write a proficient SAT essay. Wow, look at this. You're also really you're using a lot of good metadata in your descriptions as well, and it may be a good idea to add some more of these points in your tags potentially. You'll quickly run out of room though. But like SAT, what else can we do? SAT figurative language. SAT essay figurative language might be another good example. Now, one more thing I want to look at here, whether I'm going to be right or wrong with this, is if you're appealing to a younger audience and they're on YouTube, there is very much a attention span question that you need to answer. Do you think your young audience is going to watch an 11-minute video? Now, I pose this as a question, not as a criticism, because there's obviously probably a lot you need to get through, and maybe you need to break it down into shorter videos potentially. I'm not quite sure on that. But you probably want to be checking your audience retention here and seeing if you can keep your audience engaged in these videos. Like, if it's below 30%, then probably the length of the content is maybe too long, and you may have to think about something called pattern interrupt, whereby when somebody's watching a video, let's just I'm just going to let this video run in the background, muted, and perhaps just watch the video in terms of how many shifts in camera angle there are and how much we stay on one particular topic. Oh, you've used a new intro there, it looks like. How long we're seeing the same content. Actually, this one looks like it has more action to it than maybe the previous ones. I'm not sure. I didn't watch the other ones for long enough to really determine if it was just you talking to camera without any B-roll or switching content. But here we got a little bit of information here. So average view time on this is 26%, which is it's probably the low end of acceptable. So you may want to think about how you can edit this video to make it a lot more snappy, potentially. But yeah, I'm not really sure about that. I'm not really sure if you should try and concentrate on having longer videos which really just deliver all the message you want to say, or making it snappier and more appealing to the younger audience demographic. Kind of a difficult one to judge, and there are no easy answers here. One thing I will also say as well is that are you sharing this content on Facebook? It looks as if vidIQ is picking up that the content is more popular on Facebook potentially. So excellent that you have different streams of social media that you're looking at there. But there we are. That's the Carol McNally's learning to punctuate through the power of macaroni pasta. That might make it like more enticing to the viewer. Like if you have like how to punctuate dialogue with so you do include here the macaroni method. Brilliant. Okay, so what you want to be doing with a thumbnail is putting a giant big thumbnail macaroni in there somewhere, just to add more of a hook to the content potentially. There. Yeah, thank you. I can see that you're appreciating this. I will just rewind to say, I know sometimes I get fixated in all the things that you could do better, but you are a relatively young channel. You've already had a couple of videos that have gone over a couple of hundred views, and you already have 100 subscribers. So all good milestones to have in those first few months, and the best of luck with the rest of your channel there, Carol McNally. And I feel as if now I'm going to just take a brief moment to allow myself to get out of this, the educational mindset that I'm in. Because it felt like I was going back to school a little bit there, trying to critique in a persuasive manner somebody's YouTube channel. Right, there's the freeze frame once again of me. Well, let's have a look at the next channel to review, which is going to be in just a few moments of your time when it comes up. Thanks again, moderators. I think this is a better way of reviewing channels. I only wish that you could actually see me on the webcam, but unfortunately it's still broken. We are going to look at now the Pack Woodcraft channel, which has 1.2 thousand subscribers. And it is a channel where you love outdoor gear for camping, hiking, and a little woodcraft. Subscribe and join the pack. New videos every Sunday and Thursday. So we're getting pretty much a clear indication of what your channel is about there. So a little bit more information about the channel is that you have 90,000 views and 1,000 subscribers. Seems like a good channel just starting to find its place in the YouTube world. Be a part of a pack of like-minded people that can learn and grow together on the topic of camping. Full disclosure here, I personally hate camping, and I would only ever glamp, I think is that the word. But I do know when a YouTube channel is making good work on their layout, and this is clearly one You don't have a channel trailer though, so maybe that's the first thing you want to think about doing. The first video that you're showing to your audience is a 20-minute video. Bit of a commitment there. Does it grab a new visitor to your channel in the first 20 seconds? Let's take a listen and a look.
Hey, this is Corey from Pack Woodcraft, and today we're going to be talking about Mora's multi-mount sheath system. I really enjoy this sheath. I plan to show you how to attach it to McNally webbing along with some other of its mounting features, so stay tuned. Alright.
Another video that introduces the content and has a good splash screen, all done within the first 25 seconds. That's good. One thing I will note here is you've used your channel avatar in your watermark. I would just put a subscribe button there. That's what it's designed to do. Just have it as a call to action rather than what you have here. Might just get you a few more subscribers. Small tip there, worth doing. I'm loving the fact that you have playlists with descriptions. But just be aware, this is your first playlist, and all of this stuff is 8, 9 months, 5 months ago. So it's all old content. Does this channel still produce content? That's one of the first things a viewer is going to want to know, like the recent content. It is the second video on your playlist. It is the second playlist, so that's good to see. We know that you're producing about 3 videos a week, maybe 4. Just put that one maybe to the top, or as I say, the usual playlist, which is welcome to, what's the channel called again? Welcome to the Wolfpack Woodpack. Let's try that again. Welcome to the Wolfpack Woodcraft channel. Here's what we do. There's so many channels with alliteration here that I'm just really struggling with. Alpha gear. This is a list of my alpha gear. So maybe just to give this a bit more YouTube searchability, it might be best alpha gear products for camping. Again, think of your playlist as video titles rather than just somewhere to dump all of your content on a similar category. Oh, I'm applauding the fact that you have a liked playlist, and the vidIQ video live stream that you're currently watching is right there. Awesome to see that. You got a community playlist as well. Nice to see. Have a look at your videos in general. You have your channel icon there, so branding is good. You have text, but I would say the text needs to be a little more exciting. It feels like you've just taken the Arial font from any application and just stuck it there. There are lots of fancy things you can do with text, which maybe give it a little bit more punch, whether it be putting a stroke on it, which means that you've got like a big outline or a glow effect, change the font color. Maybe just needs to be a little more exciting. If we look at an example like this is a good example of where you're clearly doing a video about a camping knife, but the knife is hidden into the thumbnail by your background, by this blocking text here. You probably want to be taking this knife and taking a separate image of it, or a product image where you can have a transparent background, and then you can put some fancy features on it, just so that has a much more of an impact on the review, on when you're reviewing a product. Like, there we are. That's a much better example of the type of thumbnail that you should be doing, like a blurred background, you in front so that we can see the reviewer, a big, nice, sharp image of the product, and some enticing text here as well. The winner is. Again, you may want to consider making this so you're not losing so much of a background, changing this text so it's a bit fatter and has a stroke, so that you can put it in the background. Like, there's an example where you have used a more flashy font. Might not want to be as colorful as that, but something like that where you can put it on there. And just going back to this one, brilliant example here of where you've not used hardly any text and you've really showed the products in focus. It's like less is more, certainly on thumbnails like that. Yeah, I mean, that thumbnail there compared to this one here, it's like night and day, almost literally, because that's got like a dark background and this has got some brighter colours. So I applaud you on the thumbnail there. Let's have a look at your most popular videos. I wonder if that's one of them, that backpack review. Now this is interesting. Look at how your most popular videos here, really interesting. Your most popular videos are when your thumbnails are so clear that we know what we're looking at. It's, yeah, like this, again, another one of a backpack. This one here, just a knife. It could be that you don't necessarily need to appear in the thumbnails. If you're doing product reviews, then maybe that is the way you need to approach this. That you just have to say, unfortunately, me and my fantastic beard. I was going to say the colour then, but I don't know if that would be if you would disagree with me there. But you should not appear in the thumbnail, and it should be the hero is the product. And when you do that in your thumbnails, that's certainly reflected in the potential reach that you get. And I'm assuming that YouTube has decided that you're a bit of an authority on these backpacks. Maybe you're covering niche products that people are searching for, but there's not enough content on these. I wonder, it'd be interesting if I search for, like, I'm going to try something here. Let's go for, sorry, Carol McNally. I'm just going to take you off here, but I'm going to do Rush 24 backpacks. See if I can find you anywhere in the top of there we are. Here we go, sir. So Wolfpack Woodcraft, although you have just 1,000 subscribers versus a channel here with 100,000 subscribers, you have found a niche which you could become potentially an authority on. If there are more Rush 24 products that you have, backpacks, I would say double down on this content, because YouTube, despite your relatively small channel size, YouTube has decided that you have something of value to share with the camping audience. There's the second video. So those two videos are featuring well. And that's something that I would recommend to any YouTuber. When you find a niche on a particular product or topic or discussion point, don't be so quick to vacate that topic and then focus on something else. Go back to these topics and let YouTube know that, yes, I'm a channel creator who knows what he's talking about, or knows what she is talking about on this area. I'm going to produce more content for YouTube. Please share it, and go into those new analytics about YouTube impressions and find out if those particular videos have a lot more organic share, where YouTube is putting it on recommended pages and such. So that's my big tip for you. We'll go to, yeah, okay. I want to look at this in more detail and see if your metadata backs up.
All right, so I've been on YouTube for a year now.
Oh, look at,
and
wow.
one of my
it's nothing but Rush 24, Rush 72, and wow, I think this must be the most ranked set of video tags I've ever seen for a video creator. If that's not a perfect illustration, in fact, I should do a case study on this for vidIQ. If this isn't a perfect illustration of how you should be really focusing and knuckling down your metadata on one particular topic, then I don't know what is. Brilliant, 100%, 10 out of 10 for you here. I applaud it, and it's just good to know that my suggestions on these previous channels has been backed up by this video. This is not a plan. It's just fantastic to see a video creator adopting these strategies from vidIQ and other YouTube consultants and guides, and you've nailed it here. So yeah, brilliant. good amount of engagement, an average amount of engagement here. This can be a bit of a problem when you're doing product reviews because there's less interest in perhaps the person reviewing a product. It's more about the product itself, so you don't get as much engagement, but you're still engaging with your audience when you have the opportunity here. And yeah, because you've tagged the content so much, look at the related videos. Like, I watch a lot of Tim Schmoyer video creators, and usually people like Daryl Leaves and Tim Schmoyer will appear in the suggested videos, but because this content is so specific, it knows exactly what content to show me next, because presumably of the power of the metadata here. So I think it's clear. I'm going to get this pronunciation right first time here. Pack Woodcraft. You go back to these product reviews if you are able to, and cover more of this to reach a wider audience. Okay, what we're going to do now is I think we are going to do one of these group therapy session style channel reviews where I work a bit more with you, the audience, and you tell me what you think about this particular channel that we're going to look at next. We have this one lined up. So I'm going to be trying to ask you questions to try and promote responses, but I really want you to feedback here on what you think about this particular channel that's coming up, and then I'll add my own views as well. It is No Taker Gaming, I think it's pronounced. So this is the channel. What do you think, first of all, of the channel banner and the layout of the channel that we can see here at the very top here? 250 subscribers. That's your channel. What do you think, folks? So we have bright and ambient, nice banner, love the look of the channel art, great name, catchy. So a lot of positivity about the channel banner. Does anybody know what game this is? I'm not familiar, so if anybody knows what game this is, do let me know. Not sure what No Taker is, but I'm not a gamer, so thank you there, Carol. So somewhat of a niche channel, a little bit maybe. The yellow makes the letters pop. I love the banner. So No Taker, you're getting a lot of positive comments about the channel there, about the banner. Yeah, some people are noting that the channel, the thumbnails look a little bland. So somebody's saying it's from Watch Dogs 2. Okay, so is the video about is a channel about Watch Dogs 2, a particular game? Something I need to check here as well. I'm just noticing here the popular uploads were all more than a year ago. Okay, so there is recent content, right? We'll get back to that. A thing I might say just about the banner is you're absolutely right. It's professionally done. We see what the channel name is. Question is, what's the channel about? I'm not sure. I'm having to go to the channel description to find that out. YouTube channel for the Smashing Hammer unboxings and gameplay and ironic videos, as well as references so old, not even Animaniacs would cover it at all. Done in a semi-low quality fashion. So covering a lot of topics there. Smashing Hammer unboxings. It's about games. Still not 100% clear what the channel's about. I'd also say that the avatar here doesn't seem to bear any relation to the banner, and it seems like a very generic landscape. So when you're commenting to people, the channel or the people viewing your comments aren't really going to be able to gauge anything from your channel avatar. So maybe something to work on a little bit there. Do you have any comments here, folks, about the layout of the channel? That might be useful to know. So yeah, Riverside Rocks is saying that you should clarify the description more. Maybe make a yellow profile picture. That's again from Elite Eric. Thank you. Yeah, so consistency there. You could have maybe a yellow banner that has NG in it, just as a simple offer. Playlists, yeah, we're not really seeing any playlists. Sideways says, yeah, we know it's about gaming, but what game is beyond me? Yeah, I'm not really sure what game it's about. And especially with gaming being such a huge area of YouTube, you've really got to niche down and represent your passion clearly on your channel. Okay, so Sage Kid, thank you. We need a channel intro. We don't know anything about your channel, and there's no channel trailer to tell us what your channel is about. You should include game characters or something in the channel banner as well. Good idea. Yeah, I think you should have an upload section. So looking just at this playlist, there's only one playlist here, which is popular uploads. We don't know. We know that you made a video 3 weeks ago. We know that you made a video 1 year ago. We don't know what the consistency is there as well. And all the usual things about playlists that sell your channel and tell us what it's about. We'd love to know more about that. Let's move on to videos. Let's have a look at the thumbnails, folks, and let loose with your opinions of the thumbnails here. And maybe the titles, consistency as well. Oh, good point also from Riverside Rocks. Did you not include any related channels in your channel layout? That's also useful to include. Thumbnails not too bad from Riverside Rocks. Could use custom thumbnails. Okay, yeah, good point there. There maybe are custom thumbnails. Actually, now that you're saying that, I would say, yeah, this... So, yeah, actually, I agree. All of these thumbnails look as though they are just freeze frames from the video. So, good point. As we've said before, if we saw all of these thumbnails just spread out, mixed between 100 other thumbnails, will we be able to tell that these from the same video creator? Absolutely not. Yeah, thumbnails do need a little bit of work. So... take some time, half an hour to an hour, to make specific thumbnails for your content is definitely something that you should do. Yeah, one of the moderators, the Doberman guy, is saying here that there's no branding on the thumbnails. Also, so Carol McNally is saying, what's wrong with using freeze frames? The problem is that if you just take a freeze frame such as this, like the planes falling into here, the river. All right, this is like probably a better example of a freeze frame thumbnail, but people judge videos by their thumbnails, like people judge books by the front of their covers. If you had a book cover which was just maybe one page of the book, there's so much text there and it's difficult to follow. You don't really know what you're seeing here. And if you look at the thumbnails from the bigger YouTubers, they will spend hours putting all sorts of graphical Photoshop effects onto it because you have that one opportunity plus the title to grab the viewer into your content. And you could spend hours and hours and hours producing the best video you've ever done, but if you don't spend time reflecting the quality of that content in your thumbnails, then that's a worry. Like, why is the banner so visually striking and yet it's not reflected in the thumbnails? That would be certainly something that we'd want to look at. I mean, so there is one here maybe that is a custom thumbnail, perhaps there. What else do we have that we can look at? This one here, like the Smashing Hammer episode 4, I don't even know what that is. And it's just a thumbnail of a carpet. Maybe that's the couch or that's a bag somewhere. So there's real missed opportunity here of, like, if you're smashing something, show the product in bits and pieces at the end with a hammer image and like a graphical explosion type of background to reinforce the message of the thumbnail, certainly. So yeah, absolutely. Spend time on your thumbnails. I would definitely agree with that. Sorry, I haven't been looking at your comments here. Lots of beige backgrounds. Yes, absolutely. Beige is bad and boring. Thumbnail would be better if you use Photoshop. Absolutely. Any any product photo editor you can use. vidIQ, of course, we do have a thumbnail editor as well that you can use to just add some text, some shapes, and it allows you to choose exactly what frame you want from the video, which may help with a better thumbnail. Photoshop can be expensive, but I'm sure there's free alternatives like Canva is a free online photo editor, which would do a good job as well. But good news is here that you do have one new subscriber. PlainApple287 is saying, wait, what, this is a destruction channel? I'm subbing now. If it's a destruction channel, you've already grabbed one subscriber there. So if you're going to do that on your channel, make sure it's reflected in the channel banner and the content that you produce. Now, as for the content, let's have a look at the video, the games. Just Cause 3, Watch Dogs 2, Grand Theft Auto clones. What's Inside? That's another Watch Dogs 2 one. The iPhone 11 revealed. The Good, the Bad, the Rare, Hot Wheels collection. So you've gone between 4 different games, I think, an iPhone leak, and Hot Wheels toy reviews. What's the focus of your channel? That's something you definitely need to consider. Look at the most popular videos now. Yeah, so exactly. Make similar thumbnails. Use potentially the same background, which adds some branding to your content. So your most popular game is portable gaming console for $20. So at least in this one, we can see the product that you're talking about very clearly, and it's almost like it's a good title because it's like gaming console for $20. What, really? Seriously? That's probably the best video that you have. I mean, this other one here, I do not know how this is possible that you have a thumbnail of carpet which has 100 views. It's probably through the strength of the title, maybe, and the emoji. That is very strange how that can have 100 views. Let's have a look at this video and see why potentially it's got 100 views.
Hey, what is going on, guys?
So it looks as if you just took the very first frame from the video as your thumbnail.
I'm back for like an experiment.
And there's no video tags and no channel tags. So congratulations on getting 100 views for that one. I'm not sure, and like a 50% view time as well. I don't quite know how that one was able to do that. Yeah, so you probably, if I'm trying to find a thumbnail, a better thumbnail would have been. Do we have one here of just? I suppose a better thumbnail might have been this one where you're actually holding the boat, and if you could have the sink plug maybe in view and the water, that would have certainly been a much better thumbnail. So I think No Taker Gaming, you have the beginnings of potentially a channel. You have 200 subscribers, which is brilliant. I'm looking at your videos. I'd be interested to know where those subscribers have come from. Is there any particular video that drove those subscribers? I'm not sure. How long have you been making videos? Been making videos for 2 years. And you're making videos on a consistent basis now, which is good. So maybe it's time to take it to the next level and decide, I'm going to make videos on Watch Dogs 2 for the next 2 months and see how they do, whether I build an audience on it. Might be that Watch Dogs 2 is a little old now. Do you have a more recent game that you can maybe throw yourself into a little bit? Just some general ideas to build your channel a little bit. It's good though that you've been producing videos for 2 years and producing videos pretty consistently. So keep up the good work there. All right. We have time for one more channel review. So, and I'm going to take this one from the moderators this time. Last channel to review for this, what looks to be another 2-hour session of live stream vidIQ channel reviews. So yeah, moderators, I'm just waiting if you do have another channel that you could line up for me. I will certainly take that one. Should be coming up very soon. I think Extra Sessions Media is lining one up right now. See if I can find it without the URL there. Aha, I think I have this one, and we've seen this channel before. I've certainly recognized the avatar. It is Noah Craft Reel with 8,000 subscribers. So is this the largest channel we've reviewed today? We've done a lot of small channel channel reviews today, and this channel has 1.2 million views. Congratulations to you for that milestone. Excellent work. This should be a fun channel to review. Let's just play your channel intro for 30 seconds and see what we can find out.
Noah Craft Reel.
Noah Craft Reel.
No craft reel. No craft reel. No craft reel.
Male narwhal.
The hiders can trade.
Noah craft reel.
My name is Noah, and on this channel I produce high quality gaming content. I upload 4 times a week and I stream 4 times in the weekends. So
wow, you are a busy YouTuber. I like the channel intro. High octane, lots of editings and effort has gone into that channel trailer. So excellent stuff there. What so you're doing 4 videos a week and you're live streaming 4 times a week. I could see some Minecraft stuff in there, but also some other games. Might be good just to identify within those first 30 seconds what you're currently concentrating on potentially as a video creator. I'll just have a look at the About section again. Mineplex, LBSG, command block tutorials. I must admit I have very little knowledge of any of those things. As for uploads, you are uploading very frequently. So 4 videos in the last 6 days. You've got past live stream playlists, popular uploads there. That'll be interesting to look at, see where all of your successes come from. Well, you've done some music as well. So an eclectic mix of content on your channel. This text is a little difficult to read on your channel banner, and again, it may need a tagline of what your channel's about, because I'm still not 100% sure. It feels like it's about Minecraft, but it's about anything specific on Minecraft that would be useful to know. Thumbnail wise, there is some branding in there, but maybe potentially not quite enough branding. Just as an example, if we look at these 2 thumbnails next to each other, they're both Minecraft videos, but if those are stacked up next to each other on a search list, would I be able to tell that these 2 videos are from the same video creator? Potentially not. So a bit of consistency and branding may help you there. How to make a working nuclear bomb in Minecraft. Effective thumbnail. Maybe you could make that bomb a little bigger and the emoji a little bigger. But it's a good example of focusing on a particular topic. Oh, you went to VidCon Amsterdam. We were in VidCon. Did you see us? So yeah, there is some element of thumbnail there. Maybe just needs a bit of tweaking and making it more impactful if possible. but you have a core audience of between like 300 to 800 viewers per video, which is about 10% of your subscriber base. So are you finding that you're not keeping onto your audience? That might be difficult to maybe do, depending on the content that you do. Let's go back to your most successful videos now. And this is a beautiful thumbnail, this one, where you've outlined your object. You've not included any text because people can see that it's some sort of mechanical contraption. You've described what it is. It's a conveyor belt. And then you've got the shock emoji, which seems to do well on your videos. So these are good examples. And all of the top videos seem to be how to make something or how to do something on Minecraft. So yeah, I would certainly concentrate on that area. I mean, this sort of thumbnail you could probably replicate quite easily and just include your branding there, and then you've got the consistency. And it looks like you could be an authority on making unique items on Minecraft potentially. But yeah, there are there's a space here. So 4 of your top 5 videos were all made within a space of about a month of each other, and they were very Minecraft specific things. 3 of them were how to make something. So that seems to be an area where I've identified that you could produce content. Minecraft's a big area, very saturated, but you managed to produce at least 3 videos here on how to make stuff, which proved to be very popular. I'm going to jump into this video here with 200,000 views.
So when you walk up to the...
if there's any particular reason why it got so many views. Yeah, so a very long tail keyword there of how to create a conveyor belt in Minecraft PE with command blocks. You probably want to reinforce that with more similar keywords if you could. I'm just wondering if the reason this has performed so well is because it's been shared somewhere or it's the suggested videos. This is one of those where you would probably want to check your YouTube traffic sources and see how your video connected up to other similar content, and maybe think about more content you could produce similar to other video creators in the how to create sector of Minecraft. But people like the video. It doesn't have that many comments for a 200,000 view video. Were you replying to these videos? Yeah, it looks as if you are. So yeah, congratulations on the videos here. And look at how other people have done exactly the same thing with the thumbnails. This idea of the outline of the object in a white effect, and making it the focus of the thumbnail. And that's essentially what you did on this video, and it was really successful. And yeah, you need to certainly continue to do that. So it feels as if Noah Craftrail, you need to go back to these videos that you made almost a year ago and see, and just try and double down on this content, this idea of creating things in Minecraft. You may have missed your opportunity here, and other people have moved into your sector and are now commanding that area. But if you think you have a potential further videos on creating crazy Minecraft stuff, then certainly look at that. And with that, folks, that brings to an end the channel live stream. I do apologize that my webcam has failed me on this occasion, but the most important thing was looking at your content, your channels, and giving you the advice and feedback and constructive criticism that not only I've done, but also the fantastic, wonderful comments from all of you here in the chat for these channels that we look at. And I think we've gone through like maybe 7 or 8 channels there, maybe 10. And we had a good mix of tech channels. We've had a good mix of, well, it was real estate channel, a craft channel, Minecraft channel, another gaming channel. There we are. So, if you, yes, Real Estate Whisperer. It does look as if every time you come on the channel, you break my webcam. Actually, it's not your fault this time. I'm plugging far too many USB devices into one hub, and I think that's causing the issue. Anyway, folks, I hope you enjoyed this channel review. If you want more channel reviews, do let me know. I'm thinking at the moment, no promises here, but considering the success of this series, I'm thinking of going to twice a week on channel review live streams, just to try and cover more channels and help you guys and girls out as much as possible. I would say let me know what you think in the comments below, but I'm sure you'll all say yes, 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 do it, do more of it if you potentially can. I'll see if I can fit it into my schedule. Without further ado, though, I am going to say goodbye to you all for this live stream. I will be back on Friday for the usual casual hangout, and of course, I will be back also for the Tuesday live stream next week. If you didn't get your channel reviewed this week, I do apologize, but if you continue to contribute for more live streams throughout the rest of this series, our moderators will eventually get to you, and you'll certainly get picked. I do pick some channels in advance, ones which have been contributing or I've seen in the live streams myself. Anyway, enjoy. Doberman Guy, I would love to do 24/7 live streams, but I would just collapse in a heap and start shaking through exhaustion. And with that, I'm going to take a rest. Everybody, I'm sorry that you can't see me waving at the webcam here, but enjoy the rest of your video making day, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye.